I want happy recipes to get ready. Or take book. Oh my God, Constance, just get ready.
Yeah.
Good evening. At Mobility Nigeria, as far back as 2005, we had predicted that internet penetration in Nigeria was not going to be significant in any way until and unless the GSM mobile operators stepped into providing internet services. As early as 2007 and certainly by 2008, this prediction was already being fulfilled. We have statistics from Opera, we have statistics from our own research, we have statistics from QuakeMode and other research institutions showing that internet penetration in Nigeria has witnessed a rapid growth since the involvement of GSM networks. At the moment, we have the coverage, we have decreasing tariffs. What is needed to push further internet penetration in the country are affordable devices and some education of the public. The idea is to bring the internet, the knowledge, the information to the uninitiated as much as possible. We have an ambitious goal to push for further and greater internet penetration in the country through the adoption of mobile internet. How do we want to go about this? By pushing for affordable, low-cost smartphones, activating those smartphones, and teaching, instructing users on how to put them to use. And lastly, by providing ongoing support to those users. As they encounter issues, we are able to help them with this. We have a plan to set up an outlet here in Lagos as an operational base. We are also looking at running road shows across the country. We're picking selective cities and towns as critical points that we can launch these campaigns from across the country. We're looking to raise 82 million naira, that's about $500,000 naira to kickstart this project. And the returns are interesting and really attractive for investors. Thank you.
How much do you need?
I mentioned it's 82 million naira.
Okay.
That's crazy.
How much do you think one low-cost phone will cost?
We're looking at between smartphones, not just phones. We're looking at between 15,000 naira and 18,000 naira.
Now, how do you know to compete with the Nokias of this world? Actually, because you will notice that Nigerians are very specific or very particular about brands.
Yes,
We have various brands. I won't mention names now, I'll just come up. But they actually face now. So how do you hope to contend with Nokia's, the Samsungs of this world? Because you see, those guys also have deep pockets and they do ongoing research to actually reduce because, and also even the Chinese phones. Because there was a research that was done some about 4 or 5 years ago to try and get the cheapest smartphone, and it was actually cheaper than what you just mentioned. So how are you going to do that?
Okay, very good question. We are not seeking to reinvent the wheel. Our plan is not to go into production of smartphones. It is to leverage on what already exists in the market. We have devices from companies like Huawei, we have devices from companies like Nokia, we have devices from companies like Samsung that fit into the price range that we're looking at. And it is these devices in partnership with these companies who already have the leverage, who already have the capacity, that we intend to push into the market. What is different about our plan is that we're not just sales people. I am sure many an individual here has walked into Computer Village and asked for a 3.5G phone and the attendant looks like, what is 3.5G? Okay, if you do not know before you go there, you're in trouble. What we are doing, what we are into, is to provide the low-cost devices. The key word is low cost. Because it really doesn't matter how wonderful these devices are. If Nigerians can afford them, they're not going to get sold. Most of us here can afford phones already. We've bought, we've sold, we've bought. We want to push low cost in the market to increase penetration. We want to provide information. As somebody walks into our outlet, we train, we instruct, we show them hands-on how to use these devices. We set up and activate mobile internet on the spot. They actually walk out already using these devices and being comfortable with them. That is our proposition.
These phones, are they Huawei phones or Nokia phones? You said that we are not. I'm saying that we are basically selling devices from manufacturers and brands.
In other words, hypothetically, let's say we strike a deal with Nokia to push their lowest end smartphone in the market. Okay, we focus on that device and we push it. This is what we sell. This is what we instruct. This is what we show people how to use.
Like
Strike a deal with Samsung.
Promote
Strike a deal with Huawei.
So when you just go to Nokia, maybe one of their cheapest feature phone, just promote the phone and also promote the
How
knowledge.
different from another
Exactly
Promote
what I
the
have said.
phone as a promote
But
the
the
phone and
majority of
promote
them is
knowledge.
just sales.
Basically, it's
Here,
to get
we're
attention
offering
of
a
Nokia
solution
and
that is
Samsung.
complete.
Yeah.
An individual who does not know anything about smartphones can walk into our outlet. And by the time he's walking up to a smartphone, he's already comfortable with using it. He knows the capabilities because we have provided
Because, I mean,
information, we have trained,
someone in
we have
someone's house
provided
can teach everybody how to
hands-on,
use
experience
You know,
for
anybody
those
can teach
devices
everybody how to
for
use
him.
it. One person in
We've
their house
activated the internet on it. We have
Good
shown
system,
pictures
let
how
them
it works.
use
He actually walks out of there with a complete experience in the hand.
You don't have to go somewhere.
With your phone. Show me how you did it and stuff.
Like-
And knowledge spread.
I think there's a need, definitely. But are you going to pay for that additional? Your customer service will need to be better trained.
Yes.
So your competitors are the dealers in computer village. Their costs are very, 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 very low. They have like no cost, and they sell with very, very little margin. So that means that your devices are going to be more expensive, but you expect to still move numbers because of training.
We are actually aiming at pushing for the lowest cost devices in the market from established manufacturers.
So are you going to have exclusive deals on those devices? So if you're selling a Huawei Ideos,
Good
Android
example.
device,
Yes, that's a good one.
you're going to be selling it at, OK God or somebody else in the market is going to be selling it in Computer Village. And so, are you going to be more expensive than him because you have a better experience, you have better trained people and so on. So, I'm just trying to understand, are you going to charge a premium for the service that you're providing, which is that, my dad who likes smartphones but doesn't really know how to configure it will come and get all the help and support from you. Is that how it works?
We are not charging a premium. We have been in the mobile subsector for quite a while, a number of years, and we understand the dynamics of the market. Many times, the margin on those devices is more than enough to cover the extra value we're adding without charging any extra. And then part of the difference here is this, that we're taking these devices beyond just computer village. We're taking it to people where they are. We're taking them to cities, to towns, and we're pushing them and then training and helping out with issues that they have.
How many retail establishments are you planning to start up with this year?
Just one center here in Lagos.
Well, basically you're contradicting yourself. So in the next 4 years, how many do you want to roll out? You say you're taking it out to the
Yes, we do not really have to set up outlets in all those places. I mentioned in my presentation that we're having road shows in various cities across the country. The idea is to have a road show per month in a separate city or town, spread all around the country. We have a list of targeted towns and cities that we're looking at starting with. And then as things grow, as markets grow in those regions, we can think of starting up small retail centers to accommodate that.
Your concept is very interesting.
I used it in the
Yes, certainly.
And I can see you trying to
You know Sony Center here in the Papa Sony Center. Sony Center. So when I mentioned laptop, I want to change my battery. No, this is for my mom. My laptop is do you have yeah, I have like Yes, they won't come to court if you give her. Come to the Twitter liver. They won't come to the Twitter. Yeah. You can it's around 797. I don't know.
You see, it's a social service more or less. You're really trying to it's a social service.
Yes.
And it's a very difficult concept to sell. So we all know it's needed, but it's a matter of who is going to give you $500,000.
It's while there is a social element to it in the sense that we're offering above and beyond what the average retailer does. The economic dynamics are pretty much the same. And all we're saying is that it really doesn't cost too much to offer the extra value that we are. It's a competence we have grown up. And we're saying it doesn't cost too much to add that to it. And then all the other factors that you have mentioned, these are issues we are factoring into the plans we have.
It's really because it's low cost and it's actually possible.
A round of applause for him. Thank you very much.